Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the latest entry in the MCU, which is Marvel's Eternals. So, going into the Eternals, if I'm being honest, I wasn't really excited for it. I'm always excited for Marvel films to an extent. I see them all opening night just because I love Marvel, but in terms of Marvel movies, this movie didn't really have a whole lot of hype for me. The only thing I was really looking forward to was seeing how Clhoé Zhao was going to take her spin on the MCU, because I really loved her work in Nomadland, and so I was expecting some really nice visuals in this film, and I wasn't disappointed. It's definitely no Nomadland or Dune or anything like that with the really nice visuals, but there's still some really solid visuals in here. Some beautiful wide shots, beautiful scenery, lighting, all that stuff. It was definitely a really great movie to look at for the majority of the runtime, which I was really happy about. And something else that I was really happy about was just overall, the story was pretty solid, I thought. It wasn't anything revolutionary, it was kind of just like let's all team up to get this common threat, and then we got some really good backstory into the beginning of the MCU, which I personally really enjoyed, because this is the first time we've seen anything further back than the 1940s or whatever in Marvel. So that was definitely really interesting. I really liked how we got to see basically the creation of the Marvel universe. And so that was really interesting. And something else that was interesting was fight scenes. I thought they weren't anything revolutionary. They weren't on Shang-Chi level of really good action scenes, but there were some solid ones. My personal favorite is when they were in this jungle and then the Deviants attacked, and it was a really kind of eerie location to start with, and then the Eternals are fighting the Deviants, and I thought that was really well choreographed and all that stuff. So that was a solid fight scene, and just in general, I thought fight scenes were entertaining. They weren't anything, like I said, revolutionary, but they were all solid. So obviously we have a lot of characters in this film. There are 10 Eternals plus all the other side characters. And at first I was like, maybe we're not going to get enough of every character because there's so many of them. And I only really felt that about one character. I can't remember her name. It was the really fast girl who was also deaf. I would have liked to see more of her in this film, but aside from that, I thought they did a good job of balancing between 10 different protagonists. Obviously, some Cersei and Icarus kind of took the spotlight, but that's fine. Obviously there's going to be some that take the spotlight, but aside from the one girl, I thought they did a decent job of balancing them all. In terms of the actual characters themselves, I really liked the super speed deaf girl, so I wish we got more of her. I also really loved Icarus's character. I was getting off some really strong vibes from him in the trailer. I'm not going to say what they were. I will say that I was right in the end of my prediction, so I was really happy about that. He was a very complex character with some good motivations, so I really liked him, and in the end, I think he had a really solid arc, and he was definitely the standout character for me. Cersei was also very well done. I really liked the role she played in the film. One of the Eternals that I didn't like was Kingo, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but first of all, he was basically the standard comic relief character for basically the entire film, which is fine, but I felt that he was very overly quippy, and Marvel movies are quippy, we all know that, but this one in particular, especially with his character, it was just one-liner after one-liner, and it felt like that's basically all he was saying. He had 2 serious moments in the entire film, but I couldn't really take him seriously because the other 95% of the time he was on screen, he was just making jokes and stuff, and I didn't really like him for that sense. And another reason why I didn't like him was the fact that he was terribly used. I already mentioned how he's just complete comic relief and doesn't get anything to do besides that, but in the third act, he is awful. I don't want to spoil it, but he is so terribly used in the third act. I don't even get what they were thinking. And it just, to me, it doesn't make any sense why they would use him like that in the third act. I can't get into it without spoiling it, and I don't want to do a spoiler warning in every single one of my videos because I think that's kind of lame, but he was definitely not used well, and the movie in general would have been a lot better if he was used more effectively, especially in the third act. But anyways, aside from that, the only other negative I have about the film is about the end credit scenes. I'm not going to spoil the end credit scenes, don't worry. But Marvel, please, I get you're trying to set stuff up, but it's so annoying when I need to either search something up or have an extensive knowledge of comic lore in order to understand your post-credit scenes. Like, I have no idea what's going on in either of the scenes. The audience cheered during the first one for me, but I think that's more to do with the actor than it is the character. I could be wrong, but I didn't know who these people were and what their significance was, so I found the two end credit scenes kind of lame in my opinion. Like, end credit scenes are supposed to hype me up, but I can't really be hyped up if I don't know anything about what you're trying to hype me up for, so I would appreciate it if end credit scenes stuck more to stuff that I could actually understand. But yeah, anyways, that is all I have to say for this review. So in terms of the ratings here, for quality of film, it was really well made in my opinion, aside from the misuse of Kingji. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 for quality of film. And in terms of entertainment value, I was fairly entertained for most of it. Sometimes I was rolling my eyes at some of the one-liners, and I was annoyed at the post-credit scenes, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for entertainment, giving the film a total overall rating of 8 out of 10. So this film overall was a fun watch, I will admit. I enjoyed the film. I'm going to see it again tonight as I'm recording this because, I don't know, I just have gotten into the rhythm of seeing Marvel movies at least twice in theaters now, so yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. So I really enjoyed the film, and it's very well made, definitely. So I would definitely suggest you guys check it out, but it's not Marvel's best work for sure. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below if you're new around here. If you want more updates on my videos, make sure to check me out on Instagram at ntd_films. Thank you guys all for watching, and have a good day.